Hi, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm back again. But so much has changed. As you know, you may not know, but I'm in a new space. I don't have my blue screen anymore. I'm actually in my basement, in my brand new basement. So we had it's been a journey, so just to hear the news, stay tuned. So again, this is Victoria here again. I know it's been a while. I know I may look a little different. I'm in a new space, but we had some life changes. If you watched, I don't know if I may have put this in my videos or maybe in my weekly real estate update that I've been doing on my newsletter. If you want to be, well, for one thing, if you want to subscribe to my newsletter, you can subscribe to my newsletter. I'll put that in the description. But anyway, we had, my family and I, we had grown and we had purchased our first home. So we had moved in, we had settled, and now we are home in our new home. At the end, like we moved in before Thanksgiving, so actually before Halloween, like the Friday before Halloween, we moved in, and my kids, you know, they trick-or-treated the next day, like, you know, they went out trick-or-treating, I believe like that Sunday, yeah, it was a Sunday, that they went out trick-or-treating, and we were at our new house, and 30 days later, or plus or minus, actually plus 2 days, we had welcomed our baby girl, our fourth child, our first girl, Samantha Lillian. She is doing great. She's right here, right next to me. I'm on mommy duty this evening, so so you may hear some you may hear her, you know, my co-host, in the background, just, you know, having a good old time. So I'm on mommy duty, so she is not that much old, so we are, not to date my video, but we are in January, so she's about to be 2 months old in a couple days, and life is great amongst the chaos. So but anyway, we have settled. We are now settled in our new home. We had the baby, and I'm back to work. So but in real estate, as a real estate agent, you never really take off. Like, yes, you have days off. Yes, you do take off for vacations and life and stuff that happens. But, you know, with maternity leave, you know, I still kind of worked while I was on maternity leave, even though it was real, just answering a couple emails, just like referring to my team, referring, you know, any clients that came by. But yes, that's basically it. And I didn't really do any videos, as you may know. It's been a couple months since I posted my last video. So but yes, life just got super busy in my life, and yes, things happen, and I just got super overwhelmed being pregnant and then also purchasing at the same time. So many life changes was going on in our daily life that I may have mentioned. That's what happened. So right now, just trying to kind of get back into the swing of things and getting back into, you know, going back to work, going back to the office, which I'm so glad, because oh my gosh, like, it's been crazy. But I know, you know, that's not the scope of this channel, is to talk about my life and whatnot. But anyway, you know, just more things to come and great things to come to this channel. just to be able to focus more on the channel as well. That's my goal for this year, is to focus more on building this channel and providing more information as what it's like to live in Philadelphia. Yes, even though I have moved, I still live in the Philadelphia area. Even though like I live right outside of Philadelphia, we moved from Philly. I'm originally from the counties. I'm actually originally from Delaware County. So we ended up moving back to Delaware County, just into, not into the neighborhood, and in the same area as where I had grew up as a kid. So, and I had spent most of my life and what I considered home. I'm so happy to make this my, when we moved back out into the counties, when we moved back, because when my husband and I, we had our stomping grounds was in Delaware County, even though my husband wasn't from Delaware County. He was from Philly. He actually grew up in Philly, but our stomping grounds was actually, after we got married, was actually in Delaware County, in the town, in one of the many towns of Delaware County. So we ended up moving where it was great to be around, back to close to family, and as well as it's easy to get back and forth to our work. Of course, our major, when we were looking for a home and where we wanted to plant our roots, we wanted to be where it was easy for my husband to get to work, get to and back to work. And obviously, since I am a real estate agent, I basically just travel everywhere, drive. I love to drive. I can go anywhere and everywhere, but it was more of a concern for him. And we found the perfect home for us, for our family, for our growing family, because the space that we were in at like where we were, our last home, our last place, which was home to us for 5 years, and we moved there when we were expecting my youngest son, Rain. When we were expecting him, we ended up moving and for more space, so that our two older boys were getting older and they needed a little bit more room. And it's kind of full circle in a way that now that we had grew, our family had grew into from a family of 5 to a family of 6. We had made the move and invested, because we were in a better position financially to be able to make that move for our family, and we had made it to we found our home, and we were but anyway, at our last place wasn't the greatest. I had a blue screen. I was filming in my living room. Oh my gosh, if you would have saw, it was embarrassing to see. But you know what, we made it work, and it was home to us for the last 5 years, and we were happy to finally make that move, that big step into home ownership, where we did not even believe for ourselves that we were going to make it. We really was like literally holding our breath until closing. So probably in another video, well, I should make that another video actually, is to film what it was like going through the home buying process as a real estate agent, purchasing our first home. But you know what, it's even though I've been an agent for 8 years, and now just made that leap into home ownership, and I always advocate for home ownership because that is the American dream. That's the business, and I love real estate. I still love real estate. I loved real estate back then. But I was always envious of the buyers, and so happy of them that they were able to make that move and make that transition from being a renter into home ownership. And it's hard. It's so hard. And you have to gather your money. You have to save so much money and know where your money is. And you want to know what was the most as an agent, and being on that side of, now I know what it's like to be on that side as a home buyer, as a first-time home buyer, because it's like you never know what's going to happen. It's like, oh my God, is the underwriter going to deny us? Like, is lender going to deny us, like you're putting offers in, you're kind of on pins and needles, especially when it comes to inspections. And yes, it's like a super emotional thing. And I remember, like, not only was my hormone, like being a woman and being pregnant, because literally, if you would have asked us last year, this time last year, that we were going to be homeowners by the end of that year, we would have been like, no. But here we are. But dreams do happen, and we worked hard. We worked very, very hard, and we didn't realize how far we were, how close we were to it, until when we actually decided that we actually had to make that decision, because it was like renting was no longer an option. We had to move, and you know, the stars aligned, everything worked out, and we are so grateful, and we are so happy, and I look forward to sharing that experience with any of my clients and any of my future, and anybody that sees this video, that home ownership is a very beautiful thing. And to be like, you know, and to go into that process is very nerve-wracking. It can be, it's like everything is going at once. It's like one big giant roller coaster. It's exciting and scary, and you know, and unpredictable. It can be so unpredictable. Even though for me, I know the process, but it's even worse when you know the process and you know things about this business that makes it hard to overcome. So, but anyway, that's basically it. I just wanted to share a quick update about this, what's going on in my life, and sometime, like, just give me patience. But it seems like I may have found my spot right now. Is in my basement with the baby right beside me. So obviously I'm on a time limit. So just being a new mom, a newer mom again for the fourth time around. Yes, but this is real life. So signing out. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, and have a good one.